A few years ago, V and I came across some pictures of some mysterious stone pillars. After a little bit of research, we found out that they are called the Crowley Lake Columns. Little did we know we were about to embark on a wild journey to see this elusive natural phenomenon. It was going to take us 3 trips over the course of 2 years to finally see the columns in all of their glory. There are 4 ways to get to see the columns. One way is by boat, 2 of the routes require a high clearance off-road vehicle, and the other way is by hiking in on one of the off-road routes. On our first visit to the columns, we followed the GPS and for some reason it decided to take us on a little bit of a bonus adventure. This road had us twisting, turning, going up and over hills and through some beautiful scenery. Luckily we were in the Jeep and this road was super easy. But we could have stayed on the paved road and got there a lot faster. The dirt road ended up dropping us off right here. After you make your way around the corner, the road drops down to 1 lane, so be careful for oncoming traffic around the blind corners. You're going to make your way across the dam, up the hill, and then you're going to have to keep your eyes peeled for a very hard to spot and very sharp U-turn. There are 2 options for parking if you don't have a high clearance off-road vehicle. The first one is right here, and the second one is at the bottom of the large bumpy hill. If you decide to park at the bottom of the hill, be sure to pull all the way up to the side so the 4-wheel drive vehicles can come through. However, if you're going to take on the hill in your car, just know that the right side is a lot bumpier than the left. This is the only part of the route that will require 4-wheel drive. The rest of the way in is a simple dirt road with the occasional set of whoop-de-doos. One thing you will have to watch out for, however, is the hikers. We came up on several groups that either were listening to music or not paying attention and didn't know that we were coming up right behind them. Next thing you know, you'll be pulling up to the parking area for the columns. This was our first visit, so as you can see, the water level had risen greatly on the lake and covered most of the columns. We were unaware at the time that there is a specific season that you want to visit the columns. We were there in the summer, but you really want to be there between fall and winter. Otherwise, you run the risk of having them be either partially or completely submerged underwater. Even though we didn't get what we came for, we did not walk away empty-handed, and we came home with this awesome photo. As we left down the big bumpy hill, we were already talking about what we need to do to come back and see the full columns. And we did come back the following summer because we still unfortunately did not know about the seasonal trick. But this time we came in the back way. I would definitely not recommend attempting to hike in this route because it is a long, relentless series of sandy washes. Unfortunately, when we got to the columns this time, I think the water was actually a little higher than it was on our first visit. But we were still determined. And that's when we got the break that we were looking for. A good friend of ours happened to be on a road trip up in the Mammoth area in November and stopped by the Crowley Lake Columns. The next thing you know, a picture pops up on our Instagram showing her standing next to the entire columns. Almost immediately, the car was packed and we were on our way. It was like Christmas had come early because not only did we see the columns, but there were these little columns poking out of the top of the hillside and this awesome cave that we found. The sun was just a little bit higher than we wanted when we got down to the beach, so we decided to stop by the cave first. This would also give V a good place to change because you know we were going to use the columns for an awesome photo shoot. It was so awesome to finally see the columns in person, and we stayed with them until the light completely ran out on us. Have you ever had to work super hard to see something in nature like this? If so, let us know what it is in the comments below. If you enjoy our adventures, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because that is by far the best thing that you can do to support this channel. Check us out on Instagram at thatadventurelife_official. And for all the information about the Crowley Lake Columns and other awesome things to do in the Mammoth area, head on over to thatadventurelife.com.